historic Fenway Park here in Boston. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the San Diego Padres and the Boston Red Sox. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Man, Singy, he was on a whole different level in his last game. What an effort.
Yeah, Boog, he had that look in his eye from the jump. Really had the hitters guessing all day. So much confidence on the mound, and the stats back it up.
Make your mark like that. Ready, set, go. Take your...
First pitch coming your way next. Getting the start for the Red Sox, Randy Johnson, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the history of baseball.
Yeah, Boog, he's got some of the best strikeout stuff in the history of the game. Over 4,000 career strikeouts. We'll see how many he's got today.
All right, just about ready to go here at Fenway. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And we're underway from Fenway.
First pitch, 4-10.
Ball. Johnson, more than 300 wins in his career, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Just off the outside edge. Ball 3. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Chop to the left side. Smith slings to first. One out in the top of the first. As we take a look at the Padres lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Yeah, and you expect a club like this to gel and to put things together. When you break camp or spring training, sometimes you're a little too anxious. You're trying to make things happen instead of allowing them to happen. And I think that's going to happen eventually for this team.
Hot shot to third. Sends it across to first. Quick start to this afternoon's action. 2 gone.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air. Maybe drive it into the gap.
Here's Miguel Andujar. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. His first homer of the year. The Padres score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation and the ball get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Stanton matched a homer in his last game. Swings through that one for strike 2. Triple digits on that last pitch. The Padres get one back thanks to the solo home run. It's now a 1-0 ball game.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I can make a big man do the running man.
Back here at Fenway Park, and on the mound for San Diego in this one, Michael King. What do we have on him?
The primary pitch is an outstanding sinker. It's hard to pick up out of the hand, but in the last few feet really has arm side movement. Tough pitch for hitters to get the barrel of the bat on.
Stepping in, Ozzie Smith. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Ball one there. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. Comes up empty. That's strike two. On the ground, right side, and that goes foul. Lifted in the air down the left side, and it falls. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting second, right fielder, Hank Aaron.
The 0-1.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Runner takes off. Foul ball there. Smith aboard here at first with nobody out. Runner goes again. Pitch misses. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Looks like they're trying to answer back on that run they gave up at the top of the first by being aggressive on the base paths. I like that, especially early in this ball game. Be aggressive while you can and see if it leads to some type of big inning.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the second game of the series. Got him. And there's one away.
Batting third, left fielder,
Time now to check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. It features a great veteran presence, Manny Ramirez.
Well, this guy's been one of the greatest RBI men of all time. You talk about clutch hitting, there he is right there. I mean, in a tough situation for the defense and for that pitcher, this is the last guy you want to see because you know when he steps in the box, he usually delivers.
Now at the plate, Ted Williams. Line drive. Great effort as he's able to haul it in. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with two gone.
batting fourth, designated hitter,
Manny Ramirez up next for the Red Sox.
All one.
Two outs and one in scoring position.
Ball, that's out.
Off
Ball
the mark
three.
there. 3 balls, no strikes. David Ortiz would be next. Big back with a potentially huge opportunity. 3-0 down. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Picture base.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and the guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
for a strike. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Fouls away the first offering.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Nope, that's inside.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Two on, 2 outs.
Ball, that's out.
And it remains 2-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Battling here as he fouls it away. The 2-2 on the way. And that's downstairs and outside.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Payoff pitch. That's to third. And that will end the inning. Boston strands a pair, still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here at Fenway, digging in, Chase Headley. And that is out of play.
As a veteran out there on the ball, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Sit down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. I don't know about you, Chris, but that felt like a weird at bat right there. Didn't give much to hit until the final pitch, and he still got the backwards K.
Yeah, not a single pitch was actually inside the strike zone, but he was being very aggressive in the box and fell behind in the count. Then they finally do challenge him, and he couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Kind of a strange strikeout for sure, Boog.
Johnson, certainly one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and double-digit strikeouts are not out of the norm in his starts. That one's in there. That's strike 2.
He wants to give the bullpen the day off and the defense behind him because he knows he can strike anybody out. And the way that hitters are swinging, they're trying to lift, trying to get the ball in the air. He's going to take advantage of that.
2-2 now. On the ground. And it finds its way through for a hit. And a man aboard. There's a process, too, right? The way he goes about setting up hitters.
Yeah, and he's coming right at you. He's going to get ahead in the count. And when you're a hitter and you find yourself 0-2, 1-2 with a guy who has 3 to 4 pitches that are nasty, you are very defensive. And he plays upon that, and many times he comes out on top.
Chisholm forced to get out of the way of the first pitch. Contreras leads off first with 1 away. This one in the air. Ortiz settles underneath it. 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
High fly ball out towards left field. That one carrying. And brings it in at the wall. So one hit is all they get. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Padres 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here in Boston, so stepping in for Boston, Willie Mays. Here's a 1-1. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Fights it off. He'll see another. Smooth to swing. It's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sync of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Swing and a ground ball. Tatis to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. So up next, Rick Farrell.
Inside, ball 1. That's a ball.
Two down, nobody on. It's a strike across the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Comes a 2-2. That one almost got him.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And a payoff pitch. And there's ball 4. And that's an 8-pitch walk. He really made the pitcher work for that one.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. offense. That's an automatic double.
That was loud contact and a no doubt double off the bat. I didn't know it was going to land in the bullpen, though. And he's really improving his accuracy out there. It's almost like he tried to do it.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Ozzie Smith digs in now. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score two. Two on, two outs. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Ball.
Here's a 1-2.
That's out.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Just
That's
missed.
outside.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Hank Aaron, the kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. 3-2. Payoff pitch. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Pulled out on strikes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. And we're back here at Fenway Park. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
Aye.
This one in the air, center field. And there's one down.
Up next for the Padres, shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Ball 1.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
There's a swing and a miss.
That looked like a case of deciding to swing no matter what. That pitch was way up. Nice job of the pitcher knowing that this hitter's looking for something up that he can drive, but he just expanded the zone to his advantage.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. That's the second out.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside. Very different.
Boggs fires over to first. That is the inning. Nothing doing there for the Friars. They lead it 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So stepping in for Boston, Hank Aaron. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Aye.
Stays alive. Fouls it off, still 1-2. can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire
Safe,
over
he's good.
and save. Couldn't recover from the misplay.
Leadoff man aboard on the air, and that puts your pitcher in a little bit of a tough spot right away to start the inning. Not where you want to be. So we'll see if he's able to work around it and pick the defense up.
Ball.
Gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
That's ball two.
Pitch down.
Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Contreras throws. Not in time. It's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
And it's second. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
The 2-2. And it's a strikeout looking. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Now here is Manny Ramirez.
Nope.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on that.
That one close, ruled the ball. And it's 2-0. That's a ball. Trying to attack with the sweeper.
And you got to wonder with first base open, 1 out. Is he going to get a pitch to hit?
David Ortiz in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Sliced hard but foul.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
And ball 4 to a ball.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
First and second, 1 out. David Ortiz. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1.
What he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Maybe a surprise here as the bullpen is already stirring. Ron Marinaccio up and throwing. Davis getting cranked up as well. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the last half of the third.
Ball 1.
That's off
That's
the
in.
inside
Ball
corner.
2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two on, 1 out. That one to first, and it's just foul. That was close. Ground ball, could be 2. Tatis tossed to second, over to Headley, and that double play ends the inning. Back inside Fenway Park, leading off, Miguel Andujar.
Miguel Andujar.
Johnson back to work.
He's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Next offering is fouled back.
Ball one.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man on base to start the inning.
Up next for the Padres.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Ball.
The 1-0. Fouled off left side. In the air, right field. Hank drops steps, heads back on it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Padres. First baseman. Chase
One out
Headley.
man at first. Next for the Padres, Chase Headley. Not close with that one. Ball one.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
And a 1-1. In the air, foul off first. 2 away.
Up next for the Padres. Catcher Wilson Contreras.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Andujar off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Breaking ball,
That
and
hit him.
that got
He's
him.
got first.
Up next for the Padres. Second
Now
baseman,
Jazz Chisholm Jr. steps up for a big at bat. First time up was a pop out.
Nope.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Can't reach it. This should score at least one. Andujar around third. 1 run is in. Contreras headed home. The relay. There's the tag. Go get him. And that's the inning. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. And midway in the 4th, it's the Padres 2 and the Red Sox nothing. This is Red Sox baseball on the show, New England. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Ron Marinaccio. This is his 3rd time out this year.
Leading off for the Red Sox. Center fielder Willie.
You know, these Red Sox doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
0-2. That one away inside. And a ball and 2 strikes. Got him swinging. One gone here.
Oh, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats. Quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series. So no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
That's out.
That's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
The 1-1 to the right side. Chisholm fires over to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Up next for the Red Sox, catcher Rick.
And here's the catcher, Rick Farrell. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And the strike is overturned after review. So they've still got both their challenges. Two down, nobody on. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Marinaccio, 30 years old now, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That one fouled off. Swings and blasts one deep to left center, way back there. And it's off the Green Monster. Safely into second. He's got a double.
He went up there and got it with 2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Man on second, 2 down. And a big swing and a miss. Good job to fight that one off. Oh, 2 now. In the air out to center. Makes the grab on the run. And that is the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox. They're still down. It's 2-0. All set for the start of the inning. Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
Nick Castellanos.
Late on that fastball.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Out to short, Smith. 1 away here in the 5th. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Center fielder Jackson Merrill.
Popped in the air, left side. Boggs under it. And there's 2 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
So the San Diego batting order turns over. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Two down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the fifth. That one in triple digits.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
That's a ball.
And that's downstairs. And the count now even up. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. The Padres go down quietly. They're up 2-0. Back here in Boston. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Ozzie Smith. And a foul ball.
You know, these Red Sox finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Ball. That's
and you got to
inside.
give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Foul ball there. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup, and that's the first out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
The Bo Sox trailing by 2, last half of inning number 5. That one ripped. Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Now, Ted Williams. And the runner at second with 1 away.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
That's outside.
Yep, that ball went out.
Ball 3. Manny Ramirez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Check swing went around, and now 3-1. Man at second. Now he breaks his back.
That ball's
kicks
foul.
foul. That one is absolutely belted. And it hits off the monster. Here comes Hammer and Hank around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And now Manny Ramirez.
put that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
The 1-2 in the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. Man at first, one away. That one inside, and that's ball 3. David Ortiz in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. Jeremiah Estrada comes on now. This is his appearance of the year. And stepping in for Boston, David Ortiz. This guy with light tower power.
Ball inside.
The 1-0. In there at the knees for a strike.
Ball.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
That's too low.
Ball 3.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
3-2. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. Into the monster seats and gone. Home run number 5 on the season, and the Red Sox jump in front. It's 3-2.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to follow that type of approach.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
2-0. And another ball. Wade Boggs waiting to bat for the Red Sox. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. And that's a nice play to end the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. that game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Now it's going to be Ramon Laureano.
Left fielder, Ramon Laureano.
Popped up. One away.
Up next for the Padres, third baseman, Miguel Andujar.
Nope, outside.
The Padres trailing by a run, and we're the top half of the sixth. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch in this next one.
That's ball 2.
That one catches the zone. It's 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
Here's Stanton now. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. Fastball for a strike. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. On to first. Third out. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They're down 3-2. Well, we go bottom 6. So stepping in for Boston, Wade Boggs.
Nope, that's down.
To third, and that's a fair ball. Can't glove it cleanly. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. Safe at second.
He's in there. He's safe.
The double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Close
Nope.
one.
Ball
Doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Now he's challenging to call it strike. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. Man at second. And that's
Ball,
outside.
that's outside.
And now 3-0. And ball 4 to a board.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. Jeremiah Estrada done for the day. And the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
So the Padres with a new arm in the mound, David Morgan.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And the batter now, Dustin Pedroia, 1 for 2.
That's a ball.
First and second, no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. That one in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2-0 to count. Here it comes.
That's ball 3.
Upstairs. First and second here, no outs. Ground ball right side. Steps on the bag for 1. To second,
Safe.
but he beats the throw. Save.
Boog, that's a good at bat simply because they found a way to move both runners up a base. Now they're in a really good spot with 2 runners in scoring position. In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. It's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Two on, 1 out. Swing and a foul straight back. The 1-2. Jumps, but it's off his glove. Tags the runner. And no throw for some reason as he reaches first. And on the play, a run will come in to score. Now here is Hank Aaron. 1 for 3.
Ball 1.
Smith off of first with 2 away. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. His second of the year, and they add a couple more. It's 6-2.
Down. He was strong on his backside, and when his bat went through the zone, there's no question that ball was going to travel out of the ballpark. But that's, if you were putting the tape together, positive to watch, that's it right there. Just a perfect swing.
Foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
Ball 1. Ball that time.
Two now. And that's down and away. Manny Ramirez on deck for Boston. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Now a 6-2 ball game. Back here at Fenway Park, it's getting late. We're seeing another gem on the mound, Singy.
Yeah, he carved them up last outing, and here we go again. Same guy, same dominance, dialed in out there. You know, these Padres, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
The 0-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle into the outfield. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Padres, catcher Wilson Contreras.
Ball, that's outside.
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
Line drive and foul ball. The Padres down by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7.
If you're going to get something
that's a
going,
ball.
this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's one down. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. One out man at first. Jazz Chisholm Jr. the next up for the Padres.
Hey!
The 0-1.
Outside, that's a ball.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Jazz goes down on strikes.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Now a fly ball to right center. Snags it on the run. And that's the third out. One left for San Diego. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Mark Davis.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Manny Ramirez now at the plate. A couple of walks and a strikeout. Hey! A little out front there as he swings through it.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action. That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
And that skips in the dirt. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And here is David Ortiz. Can't forget the two-run shot he launched out of here in the fifth.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
That one outside.
That's just out.
Ball two. Davis, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a curve, a changeup, and occasionally works in a splitter. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Chopper right side.
That's foul.
But it kicks foul. That misses. And now it's 3-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting him straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. He's having fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
It's in and out of his glove. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Back here at Fenway, we go to the eighth. Jackson Merrill getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. That clips the corner.
Ball.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Out towards right center field. Hank settles under this one. And there's 2 away.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Laureano now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one ripped, but foul. And the 0-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Padres 2. Back here at Fenway, Joe stepping in for Boston. Wade Boggs. Hammered down the right side, but foul. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
The 0-2. And they'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. Got him swinging. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Oh, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the Red Sox. Jason Varitek looking to start something with 1 gone. Right through there for a strike. That clips the corner.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area. Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Ball 2.
Got him looking. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. Payoff pitch. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. That one 95 to finish him off.
Up next for the Red Sox, second baseman.
2 down, base is empty. And next for the Red Sox, Dustin Pedroia. Fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Save.
He made it. Safe.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the Red Sox. Jimmy Rollins looking for a 2-out hit with a runner in scoring position. That one found hard the other way. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
That's the ball.
Man on second, 2 down. and missed. Struck him out. Out number 3. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Padres 2. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Mason Miller. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Now the third baseman, Miguel Andujar. He's already homered here in this one. Fastball for a strike. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count is 1-1. Challenge from behind the dish here.
That's ball 2.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. So the call stands. So they're now out of challenges. And a 2-1 on the way. He gets there with the slide. Throw to first, and that's a great play for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Inside, ball 1.
Miller, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. That one in triple digits. Outside with a breaking ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
This one smoked on its way out of here. Giancarlo Stanton goes deep, and they close the gap. It's 6-3.
That swing just injected more drama into this one. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient. It paid off.
One down. Next for the Padres, Chase Headley. Swing and a foul out of play. Gets him to chase after that one. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
I'll see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
The Padres down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup.